Have you ever looked in the mirror one morning and thought, when did I start feeling this tired? Maybe your joints ache, your energy's gone before breakfast, or you just feel a bit off. Well, let me tell you something surprising. I'm 92 years old. I live alone, and yet every morning I wake up feeling better than I did at 70. How? It's not luck. It's not good genes. It's because of 5 simple morning habits I started a few years ago. Stick around, because habit number 4 is one most doctors never talk about. And it might be the reason I've avoided the hospital for over a decade. Oh, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and share button so we can keep supporting each other every single week. Aging, as you know, comes with its fair share of challenges. We slow down. Friends move on. Our bodies start giving us little reminders we didn't ask for. I remember a morning when I was about 85, I couldn't get out of bed. My knees were stiff, my head foggy, and I felt fragile, and that scared me. But instead of giving in to that fear, I asked myself, what do I still have control over? The answer? My mornings. The first hour of your day can set the tone for everything, and I've discovered that by building a gentle but powerful routine, I could turn the tide of aging in my favor. Today, I'll walk you through the 5 morning habits that have made the biggest difference in my life, mentally, physically, and emotionally. They're simple, they're free, and they just might change your life too. Let's dive in. Habit number 1. Start with gratitude grounding. Before I even sit up in bed, I place my hand gently on my chest, right over my heart. And then I say 3 things I'm grateful for, out loud every single morning. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds too simple to matter. But here's the truth. This tiny ritual has a huge ripple effect on my day. See, the moment you wake up, your brain is shifting from deep sleep into what scientists call the theta state, a calm, suggestible zone. It's like soft clay, waiting to be shaped. If the first thing you do is reach for bad news, worries, or aches, your brain latches onto those and runs with them. But if the first thing you feed it is peace, safety, and gratitude, that becomes the tone for everything that follows. When we speak gratitude aloud, we activate parts of the brain tied to emotional regulation and connection. Your body releases dopamine, the reward chemical, serotonin, which stabilizes mood, and even oxytocin, the hormone of connection and love. It's like sending your nervous system a morning memo that says, hey, we're okay, we're safe, let's start soft. And no, it doesn't have to be grand or poetic. You can say things like, I'm thankful for this soft blanket. I'm grateful I woke up this morning. I'm glad I can still move my legs. It's the act of noticing that heals, not the size of the blessing. Let me tell you about Ruth, my neighbor down the hall. She was waking up every day dreading the loneliness of her apartment. I shared this habit with her. Now every morning she says, I'm thankful for my warm bed, my cup of tea, and the birds outside my window. That 1 minute changed everything. She smiles more. She moves more. And here's the important part. Nothing in Ruth's external life changed. She still lives alone. She still faces the same daily challenges. But her relationship with her day shifted. Her mornings feel lighter. Her heart feels fuller. And that's often the first step toward better health. You don't need a journal. You don't need perfect words. You don't even need to sit up. Just take one slow breath, rest your hand on your heart, and name 3 things, anything at all, that make you feel okay, or even just less overwhelmed. You're not alone if mornings feel heavy. But this one habit, just 60 seconds of self-kindness, can begin to lift that weight, one quiet word at a time. And speaking of shifting your day in small but powerful ways, let's look at the second habit. It's one your body is quietly begging for. Habit number 2. Move before you think too much. Here's something I've learned the hard way. The longer I lie in bed thinking about moving, the less likely I am to actually do it. The mind loves to come up with reasons to not move. It's cold. My back hurts. I didn't sleep well. I'll do it later. And before you know it, you've talked yourself out of even the smallest movement. That's why I created a simple rule for myself. Before my brain gets a vote, I move. I don't wait for motivation. I don't wait to feel ready. I move first. Then I think. And I'm not talking about a full workout or even getting dressed. I start right in bed. 5 slow, gentle stretches. Nothing fancy. A knee pull, an ankle roll, a side reach. It takes maybe 2 minutes. Then I swing my legs over the side of the bed and walk to the kitchen. 20 steps. That's it. But here's the secret. Those small movements wake up your circulation, loosen your joints, and send a message to your body. We're up. We're alive. Let's go. This is especially powerful as we age. Overnight, joints stiffen, blood flow slows, and our muscles feel tight. But a little gentle movement, before your brain has the chance to talk you out of it, can set the tone for the entire day. Let me share Bill's story. He's 76 and had terrible knee pain. He started doing light ankle circles and side stretches in bed every morning. After 2 weeks, he told me, I actually look forward to waking up now. And that's the power of this habit. Bill didn't join a gym. He didn't take a pain pill. He simply moved before his mind could convince him not to. And that little shift changed everything. From his pain levels to his attitude. You don't have to run a marathon. You don't even have to leave your bedroom. Just move a little before the excuses get louder. Because when your body moves, your brain follows. And when your day starts with momentum, the rest tends to fall into place more easily. Now, speaking of things that make your day brighter, this next habit surprised even me with how powerful it is. Habit number 3, drink warm water before coffee. Now, let me be honest, I love my morning coffee. That rich aroma, that comforting warmth. It feels like a hug in a mug. But as I've gotten older, I've realized something important. What my body needs first isn't caffeine, it's hydration. After 6, 7, sometimes even 8 hours of sleep, your body is quietly running low on water. You lose moisture through breathing, sweating, even just the natural repair work your body does overnight. By morning, you're like a sponge that's been left out overnight. Dry, stiff, and sluggish. And pouring coffee into that sponge first thing? That's like watering dry soil with acid. It doesn't soak in and nourish. You just shock the system. Coffee is a diuretic. That means it pulls water from your body rather than restoring it. So if you start your day with coffee and nothing else, you're running your engine low on oil, right from the start. That's why I began a habit that changed everything. 1 mug of warm water, before anything else. Sometimes I squeeze in a little lemon, but even plain works beautifully. And here's what happened. Within days, my digestion improved. I stopped getting those little dizzy spells. My skin even looked better. And believe me, at 92, that's saying something. Warm water is gentle. It eases your stomach awake, signals your kidneys to start flushing gently, and gets your gut moving in the right direction. Think of it like starting a cold car on a winter morning. You don't slam on the gas the moment it turns over. You let it warm up slowly. You're preparing your body to take on the day, and here's the best part. It's free. No pills, no fancy detox teas, no supplements, just water. The very thing our bodies were designed to thrive on. This 1-minute ritual gives your cells what they're actually craving when you wake up. And once that warm water has done its job, then I go ahead and savor that cup of coffee, with no guilt, no crash, and no sluggish start. It's such a small switch, but over time, it adds up to better digestion, better energy, and better mornings. Still, the next habit might be the most powerful of them all. It's the one that rewired how I feel about my entire day, and it has nothing to do with food or exercise. Habit number 4, do a mind tune-up. Just 5 minutes. Here's where it gets interesting. Because while we often focus on our bodies in the morning, we sometimes forget the most powerful engine we have, our minds. Every single day, I take just 5 quiet minutes to tune my mind. It's not a big production. It doesn't need candles or mantras or apps. It can be as simple as sitting by the window and taking a few deep, slow breaths. Some mornings, I write one sentence in my journal. Just one. Today, I want to feel. That blank is powerful because it reminds me that I have a say in how I feel. Not the weather, not the news, not the aches in my knees, me. Other days, I play soft music, something instrumental, nothing jarring, and let myself simply sit. Not scrolling, not planning, just being. You don't need to meditate like a monk or empty your mind like a Zen master. What you need is stillness, a moment before the noise begins. Because here's what most people don't realize. In the morning, your brain is in a more open, suggestible state. It's like wet cement. And whatever gets imprinted in those first few minutes, it tends to harden and stick for the rest of the day. So if you start with stress, chaos, or constant stimulation, your nervous system carries that tension all day. But if you begin with intention and quiet focus, you actually train your mind to be calmer, clearer, and more responsive throughout the day. This isn't just feel-good fluff. It has real physiological benefits. This 5-minute practice helps lower cortisol levels, your stress hormone, improves focus, and can even stabilize blood pressure over time. Take my friend Louise, 81. She calls it her mental vitamin. She used to start every morning by switching on the news the moment she woke up. Politics, crime, disasters. It would put her in a reactive state before she'd even finished her tea. Then one day, she made a change. She swapped those first 5 minutes for silence. Now, she breathes. She reflects. She sets an intention. And guess what? Her blood pressure dropped 15 points in just 3 weeks. She says she feels lighter and more in control, like her day no longer controls her. And that's really the beauty of this habit. It's not about perfection. It's about starting your day on purpose, with calm, with clarity, with kindness, to yourself. Even 1 minute can make a difference. Try it tomorrow. No pressure, no rules. Just give yourself those few quiet minutes and see how your entire day shifts. Now, let's move into the final habit, the one that ties it all together and sets the tone for everything that follows. Habit number 5. Eat a morning meal that fuels, not fogs. Let's be honest. Many of us grew up believing that a simple breakfast like toast and jam with a cup of coffee was more than enough to get going. And for a while, it might have felt that way. It was quick, it was familiar, and it gave that little burst of energy we needed to get the day rolling. But over time, if you've ever felt that sluggish crash by mid-morning, where your focus drifts, your motivation dips, or you feel unusually irritable, it might be your breakfast talking back to you. That used to be me. I used to eat toast with jam and coffee. Tasty? Yes. But an hour later, I'd crash. I felt groggy, irritable, unmotivated. What I didn't realize at the time was that I was spiking my blood sugar first thing in the morning, then paying for it an hour later. Simple carbohydrates like white bread or sugary spreads give you that quick lift, but without anything to stabilize it, like protein, fat, or fiber, your body quickly burns through it and leaves you in a fog. That's when I started learning about what I now call brain fuel foods. These are meals that keep your energy steady and your mind sharp, not just for an hour, but through the entire morning. Then I learned about brain fuel foods, protein plus healthy fat plus fiber. Now I eat half an avocado, a boiled egg, and a piece of whole grain toast. Sometimes a small bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds and walnuts. The change was immediate. More energy. No sugar crash. Better focus. It was like flipping a switch. I wasn't just full. I was clear-headed. I had stamina, even through the late morning hours. My mood was more even. My energy didn't dip. It's the difference between running on fumes versus running on premium fuel. And the best part? You don't need to follow a strict diet, count calories, or become a food expert. You simply need to ask yourself this one powerful question. How do I feel an hour after I eat this? That one habit Checking in with how your body responds can guide you better than any trend or rule. You'll start to notice patterns. You might realize that when you start your day with protein and healthy fats, like eggs, avocado, nuts, or seeds, you feel grounded, sharper, and more motivated. Whereas sugary cereals, pastries, or only coffee might leave you jittery, unfocused, or drained. This small shift in awareness can completely change how your morning and the rest of your day unfolds. So tomorrow morning, try swapping the sweet start for something steadier. Give your body and brain what they need to perform at their best. Fuel, not fog. And just like that, you're already doing something powerful for your health. Let's take a breath and review these 5 habits. 1. Gratitude grounding. Start your day with heart. 2. Gentle movement. Even tiny motions create momentum. 3. Warm water. First, rehydrate before caffeine. 4th, mind tune-up. Claim your peace before the world wakes up. 5. Brain-fueling breakfast. Feed your body to support your day. You don't need to do them all tomorrow. Start with 1. Remember, aging isn't about giving up. It's about tuning in. You are wiser, stronger, and more resilient than you may realize. And with these tiny daily choices, your mornings can become your superpower. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video helped you, even just a little, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you care about. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which habit spoke to you the most? Or is there something you do each morning that helps you thrive? Let's keep this beautiful community growing. Until next time, be kind to yourself. You've made it this far, and there's so much more life to live.